When in HVAC terminology, one may hear the term line set, low pressure, high pressure side, etc. If one has a split unit, meaning the air handler could be under the house, in a closet, in the attic, the condenser outside of the home, which blows the hot air off. So when one tests, say for instance, the gauges, this is the low side, this would be the high side gauge here. So then they're generally speaking, if it's a split unit, there may be two pipes coming out of the wall, and one may wonder, well, what are these copper looking pipes here? Well, very simply, these are referred to as a heating and air conditioning line set. So when one hears a heating and air conditioning technician say line set, this is perhaps what they're referring to. So the line set has two terms, or plus or minus, whatever, maybe more, I'm not sure. But anyway, for this particular illustration, this would be considered the low side. This would be considered the high side. So the large line would be the low side. The smaller line would be the high side. And sometimes the mind gets wrapped around it, and one would think just the opposite. And I'm not even going to broach that subject because lest any confusion enter into the scenario. But for general purposes on a split unit, if one sees these two copper lines coming out, now the big one may have insulation on it here. So this is called, some HVAC sometimes technicians refer to this as a line set. But you have a low pressure side, which is the larger. So just think L and L, large, low pressure, and larger. The smaller line is high pressure. So when one puts it in correlation to the gauges, if one were testing the pressures off of this and that, and then the low pressure line would correlate to this. The high pressure line would correlate to the high pressure side. So again, your gauges are low pressure, high pressure, high pressure. So to reiterate, a HVAC line set for a split unit often has two lines coming out. One is a larger line, one is a smaller line. The larger line may be referred to as the low pressure side, simply because it may not have as much pressure. The high side may be referred to the high side. And so, and again, the low side may have insulation on it. So again, this is referred to as low, high. So the line set, you have two terminologies. The big line is the low, which correlates to this. The small line is the high pressure, which correlates to the high pressure here on the gauges. So this is, if you hear a HVAC technician refer to line set, now you may have a better understanding. And keep in mind, the oftentimes, not always, it depends on if it's a heat pump, gas furnace, etc. But generally speaking, very often this is the cold side, this would be the hot side. Hence low pressure, high pressure. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.